Hey guys, welcome to our Saturday night thrift haul. We go live every Saturday night at 8:30 Mountain Time to show you what we have thrifted. This is going to be the last week of England only, which it's only been 2 weeks, so I guess it's not too bad. We are past the middle point of boxes. We have like 7 or 8 left.
Yeah.
Except for we still have one stuck in customs. That's
the one with Jamie's.
It's all my
art.
oil paintings stuck in customs, but we have about 7 or 8 boxes. So what we'll do is we'll continue to list every day. And then next Saturday will probably be like 50-50, like what we thrifted on Monday and Thursday, along with more England stuff just to make it.
We're out of videos, so all the footage is out there. You saw everything we did.
Well, we thought we were going to have a video going up of a new product on Thursday, but that got delayed. And I was out of town for a funeral, so I'm actually really glad we had the England footage because Zeb was able to quickly throw that together and make a video up on Thursday.
I'd have taken Redrick out thrifting. Of all our kids, Redrick is like, "Are you going thrifting today?"
I'm like, "You must be tired." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like pushing you over with my hand, but I'm not that strong. Zeb's a little bit under the weather. I'm sure you can hear. Everything is listed at JamieRayVintage.com, and Caitlin is on here dropping links. But if you go to the England and French finds or the thrift flips and finds, everything is listed there. So if you're not wanting to shop like the England haul, if you scroll back a few pages in the thrift flips and finds, you can find like our regular thrift haul stuff because there is stuff there.
You may see me walking up to the camera close, and you might see like my.
You want to do the Vanna White hands? Why don't you do when you want to?
I don't know that I have Vanna White hands. My callus painted.
You got Vanna Man
marker hands. Broken nails. But we have a ton of small stuff. There's not a lot of big items that was in this last box or two. And so we have a bunch of little things and a couple pieces of art.
I feel like we've done so good. Like every box has little stuff in it, which is awesome because it costs so much to ship that you need the little things. Like if you have 25 things that are $10, or if you have like 15 things that are $20 items, that actually pays for the shipping. And you can have 15 little things. And then you can have, there's money in there for profit because you have big things too. So
also, if you're looking at listings that I've made, I've started putting like Victorian if they're from like
a certain period.
That period of time. And also I've started putting Edwardian on a couple things. If it's like early 1900s, still antique, that was 125 years ago now. But not necessarily like in the 1800s. If it says Victorian, it's for sure we can authenticate that it's from the 1800s.
Vicky says, I feel that means us broke folk can afford something. You know what? Like I have been all over the place as far as like income goes. And I really hate it when you go into a store and you literally can afford this many things. And so we have always tried to have, we have items in our store for like $2, $4, like maybe not from England. There's not a lot of stuff under $20 from England, but there are a few things here and there.
We've got a bunch of stuff that's around the $20 mark. We've got some plates that are like $9.95 tonight. Yeah. So
well, let's do
when it's from the 1800s, we do price accordingly. Like that's old. It's lived quite a while, especially like the dishes.
These are ironstone. They're $16.95 each. And they're Ivanhoe, they're AEJ & Co. And they've got a registration number on the back printed under the glaze. You can see the points, and it's definitely a flow blue. And we actually have 12 of these. They're all like in varying, like, they're like turn of the century old. So they're crazing and stuff. And some of them have a little bit of gold on the edge, but they're just really, really pretty. Zeb, it's got the light. So can you flip it? There we go.
I don't even know if you can say turn of the century anymore because that's like
okay, turn of the previous century. They're just really, really pretty dessert plates. And so these are fun. Lisa says she keeps missing out on all the oil paintings. Well, hopefully if my box gets here, I will part with a couple of them, but it really is like all my oils for my house because I want to put like some bigger ones in the family room because we have 4 here in the living room dining area. And so I wanted to move some into the family room too. Because I want to kind of antique that up because I want to put the musket in there and I feel like I need to.
Oh, in there?
Yeah. I don't think in here. Where are you going to put it? Like over the.
We would have to get rid of your mirror and change your.
You could put it over the front door so when people leave, they could see it like right there on the other side of this camera.
It would go nicely up there.
All right. Show them your shaving mug.
So shaving mug, Jamie actually picked this up.
I love the pattern on it.
So this one is an older brand, but this particular one, we'll call it vintage, almost retro. It's over 30 years old, but it's from 91. It says copyright 91, but it's the same style and it's still made of ironstone. They just they just made newer ones of it.
I
it's
just
a
think the
shaved mug.
pattern on it is really pretty. How
So
much is that one?
it's
28.
28. It's got a hunting dog on it, and then some birds over here. This big bird over here. Honestly, like you put a couple little succulents in the top of this thing, and it looks amazing.
So my nephew Ben's on here, and he says Zeb's the best uncle. He once cleaned my skinned knee and told me, "You'll be okay, champ," and sent me on my way. First of all, Ben is 3 years older than Zeb, so I don't think that ever actually happened.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never cleaned any wounds.
But he loves, even though my nephew's older than me, it's Caitlin's oldest brother. He loves to call him Uncle Zeb.
He has been calling me
him
Uncle
and my nephew
Zeb
David and my nephew Zach that are older than me.
We were like maybe married like a month, and he's like, "Hey, Uncle Zeb, let me ask you something.
Can I borrow some money?"
Yeah, he's never asked me.
No, but they do joke around about that kind of stuff because it's Uncle Zeb. But for those of you that don't know the birth order in my families, I'm 15, 20, and 24 years the baby to my sisters. And so I have 2 sisters with children older than me. I have one sister, my sister Karen. Her oldest daughter is like a year and a half younger than me. So I have a bunch of nieces and nephews, either my age or just like above and below my age. So so when I say my nephew, but then I'm like, okay, he has adult children, people get confused, but that's why. Do you want to show, want me to show the brooches?
Yeah, you can go do Vanna.
Yeah,
You've got your
You're a
nails
little under the weather.
You got your nails with your little French tip done.
Well, it's time for another fill.
These
like are a lot of work. This is why I never did it, but it is kind of fun. They do look good on camera.
Here, I'll watch comments.
So brooches are $19.95. We've got this swirly leaf motif. And then this
hold it up a little higher. There you go.
This one's probably one of my favorites. It's got like this, like almost like ink drop look on it. And it's like a resin because you can see it through the back. So that one's pretty. If I was going to choose like a favorite, nobody's going to be surprised that it's this like French couple with a brass edge or Victorian kind of couple.
Scooch that one a little closer.
This one's definitely older. Some of the images faded. It's a really pretty brooch. I probably should have asked more, but I kind of got on a 1995 kick, and here we are. Okay, we've got this little elephant with rhinestone eyes. This one's a cast one, probably like aluminum or something. And then this is, I can't remember what this one's called, these little rhinestones, but there's like a certain name for them. You'll see it on the listing, but I just love all the little teeny tiny, and I always check when I'm buying them that the rhinestones aren't missing. Sometimes if it's really cool, I'll buy it with rhinestones missing, but that is something that I'm looking for.
Depends on how old it is.
Yeah. Depends on how old.
If it's got imperfections, but it's from like the 1800s, like we sold a book last week that was printed in 1770 and it sold pretty fast. And it's old, like it's really cool. It's got like maps that come out in it. But that book, we're not going to find that anywhere else.
No. This one has a name on the back. I usually photograph it and blow it up, but I was tired today. I was half asleep when I was listing. So here's a feather. If whoever buys it can like take a picture of this and then blow it up, and then they'll know the maker. Usually if there's a maker's mark, it's little. This one was like Monet's something. I don't know why, but I just thought it's really pretty. It looks almost like 2 hearts into this one. I actually love these, like if you're wearing scarves or like on a sweater or cardigan, just kind of jazz it up. It's got the cool granny chic aesthetic. We've got this gold one with rhinestones and a pearl. It's like a little flower. This one is actually one of the first things to sell tonight, and I'm not surprised. It's a dachshund.
Oh, the little dog, yeah.
So this one looks like it may have had a rhinestone, but it doesn't anymore. But again, I bought it because it's gold underneath and it's just so cute. If it's a dog, you're gonna buy it. Like
if I look away from the camera, it stays focused on what you're doing. So I'll just keep looking at comments.
And then last, this one is really good too. And this one's stamped 2489. This one's older. It has an amethyst looking stone in it. And it's like a pin. Like, I don't know what this is, like a dagger or something. It's very medieval looking. All right, so that's all of the brooches. And then we have some that were $9.95. This one is like a British something or other, like somebody in their civil service would have worn this, but it's missing the clip. So this one's only $9.95. But you could easily put a clip on it or whatever to save it. And then this one is $9.95 too, because this is like, This would have had a clip glued to the back of it. So very easily you could turn this back into a brooch, and it's porcelain. So it's really cute. It does need to be cleaned. So I'll just spray some cleaner and rinse it off. But usually these are really, really broken. And this just has a few small chips. It's actually in pretty good condition other than that missing.
They're all talking about like nieces and nephews, calling them auntie and different names they've used. And
My great niece
Angela chimed in. She's like, I almost had a toddler calling me my first name.
I mean, that happens. Well, I don't really care what they call me. Zeb's more traditional than as I am. I'm like obsessed with all my nieces and nephews and like little cousins and stuff. So I don't care.
I'm a lot older than all my nieces and nephews.
Yeah,
though.
but like
you are not.
Yeah,
you like grew up with
your
nieces
I just love
nephews.
kids, so I'm like, I don't want to give them a hard time. Call me what you want. This one is $9.25, and it's got like a center cut rhinestone in it, and it's actually sterling silver, and it's vintage, and it's really pretty. I estimated it to be an 8 because this is like a 7.5, my wedding ring, and it's loose on me. It's always flopping over. And then this one, you can see it's like very loose. So I just estimated it to be an 8 based off what are you laughing at my estimation?
No, your estimation's great. Vicky wants you to know that she's underwhelmed by 530 items in the England thrift haul.
Well, we started out with like 170. We've listed 350 items in 2 weeks. I feel like that's pretty good. And we've had like I've flown out of the state and back. Okay, 1995. These actually to me almost look more native, but I don't know if there's like beading done by other people in Europe, but this is just a bracelet, kind of like the beading's really pretty. And then we've got this like cobalt blue one. So that's all the jewelry. I'll go back to sitting. Zeb's better at like Vanna whiting. Oh, should I Vanna white the little characters too?
Yeah. Old King Cole. It's engraved on the back.
It's 2 pieces. Solid brass, $42.95. Oh, yeah, and you can show you guys. So it says, Ye Old King Cole. And Zeb's really good at getting these little things like this.
I just see them, and I'm like, man, I can't leave that sitting there. It was at a boot fair, just sitting there on a table.
Yeah, and these things are usually like a good value because people don't really, like at car booths, which is like a swap meet, they don't realize like this is something collectible. And we don't know either. The internet sucks wherever we're at, pretty much. Sorry, these are $39.95. Let me show these ones. And so you can't look things up. So sometimes I'm like unwilling to spend a lot because I don't know what.
PJ, we do need a ring sizer. It'd be super handy because we get a lot of like costume jewelry, but every now and then when you get those lots of costume jewelry, there's like sterling silver in there.
I will have more jewelry because I went to the auction. That's where I got that from. I paid about 40 pounds for an auction lot. So what are these called, W?
So they're just according lady and gentleman is what they're called.
If these were pewter, they'd be like $1,100.
They are pewter.
Oh, these are pewter. If they were sterling, they'd be $1,100.
There is a same version of those out there running around that is sterling silver.
It's a good thing she's got some tape, so that way things aren't falling out. Because if she didn't have boob tape, she would be obscene. All right. That's all I'm showing.
That's all the little stuff you're going to show here. You can have your spot back.
Well, I guess I probably should also show the compact. Let me show the compact. So this is something that like it's $69.95. I had no idea what it was when I got it.
That compact is really cool. Like the mechanical parts of it is cool.
So this is all embroidered, like cross stitched or something.
It's called petite stitch.
It's very petite. So this is all fabric, and then solid brass. It's from like mid-century. And then I just thought it was a compact with a mirror, but Zeb discovered that.
So that one's earlier than mid-century. We could maybe classify that.
Well, it's got a date in here. It says
oh no, that one's
to Pat with best wishes for your 21st from Jean.
But you don't know when it was engraved.
That's true. 6/19, 1955, and it's got powder still in it. I don't suggest wearing it because I don't know what they put in their powder. But anyways, it's engraved on here. It was a 21st birthday present, and that's how you can open and shut that. You probably could figure out how to refill it because it was made to refill.
Oh, yeah. You can probably clean that out. It's just loose powder.
But anyways, I mean, that's just amazing. And that's one of those like smaller items I didn't know was going to be so awesome. I just thought it was like a mirror, and I'm like, it's brass, it's cool. And then I was like, wow, that's really cool, actually. All right.
Okay, I'm going to show a big, large item. We have a few big pieces of copper. This one is from around the 1850s, so it's coming up on 175 years old. It's got a cramped seam back here.
You want some water?
It's called, I'll be all right for a minute. I think so. It's called the country house style. Apparently it was very popular. I saw more than one listing going for like over $1,000.
This is stamped 15. You told them that, and it's
Yeah.
the cramp. That's like the. That's
Yeah, I told
also
them about that
so
too.
cool. I didn't realize I was stamped 15.
We are not selling ours for that much. It's got some dings. It's been used. It's a coal scuttle. But ours is what did we put on there? $4.95. It's heavy gauge copper. You know, we've not seen. We have the little ones that are smaller, but we've not picked up a bunch like this that are heavy gauge. They're usually a lot thinner copper.
So my sister gave me all of her old vintage and antique compacts. They are beautiful. I think people do collect them. That compact does look Victorian. We initially thought older, but because of the engraving, we're like, well, we're not going to say it's Victorian. But it could be older than the engraving. Like you can engrave things anytime. All right.
Okay, is this
the French canning jar?
Dirt 4.
So about that size is about $99.95.
So this is 1 liter.
And we use them as decor.
Yeah, we've got some. Oh, you can't see them.
No.
You guys have seen them.
You can see the tippy bottom of them. Like I was gonna say tippy top.
I like
the bottom
these Durfer ones because they're wide and squatty versus like the what's the other brand that you've got a few of that are like skinnier and taller to get your liter.
I don't know.
But you know, bubbles in the glass, seated glass, and they've got the heavy bottom on them. This one, oh, I dropped it, is $99.95.
Marcasite, that's what it's called. Like the little rhinestone. Sorry.
Oh, got it.
Squirrel. We are going to announce share winners. We're going to have 4 share winners today because we didn't have any last week because Caitlin was gone and we forgot to ask about them ahead of time. So about 9 o'clock, we'll announce 4 share winners. So be sure to keep sharing this out on Facebook. It helps us a ton, helps us get the word out. Sometimes it's weird what gets pushed and what doesn't. Currently, we're starting to get views again, especially on YouTube, on our neighbor gift that we did last year, which is like a snack mix. And the reactions are like all over the board. People love it. They hate it. People think I'm poisoning my neighbors. And some people are commenting like this is like something. I'm like, dude, this was like a year ago. And then there's some people, the nice thing is there's a lot of people are like, oh, you gave me a good idea for like something I could get to my neighbors. Most people are astonished at how many neighbors we have. And I'm like, to me, neighbors are within quite a few blocks from my house.
Freaking out that we weren't wearing gloves. I'm like, A, we actually didn't touch any of the food.
Well, kind of, but we like washed our hands.
And B, I don't know of many cooks in most restaurants that are gloved up. They wash their hands before and then they get to cooking.
And then they get the cooking, yeah. And we don't just do like neighbors. We also do like friends. Like we have our kids like sports teams and like we just make something that we hand out to everybody.
All right, so we've got this West Germany. It's the Anglique clock. It's got a quartz movement. It's not crazy old because it takes a AA battery, but good little shelf sitter or desktop clock. It's $49.95.
Yeah, they were selling for quite a bit more than that.
Let's see, how long did they have Germany split up? Like, when did that end? I don't remember the
exact. It's like the late 80s, wasn't it? I remember being old enough to remember.
So it's probably from like the 60s or 70s, I'd say.
All right, so I've got this pewter mug. It's a good size mug. It's pretty old. It's like 1800s. It does have like a hole, not a hole, I guess. It's like a dent.
It's like in the rim.
In the rim?
It will still hold liquid.
Yeah, no, it's not on the bottom. But anyways, this one is 42. You want to go through all your pints because Zeb loves himself a pewter pint and he always picks them up, or gills or half gills. Like we bought some smaller ones.
$42.95. Yeah, we've got, this is a gill. I think I put it as a half pint in the listing. That's not correct. It's a gill, which is like a third of a pint, I think. But it is stamped up here VR 59. And then did you take the price off of this or did I? Did we miss this one?
You just did that, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I do not know.
No, I got the other one. Is it 19? Maybe this is it. I don't know. Caitlin will have the listing with the actual pricing of it. Okay. But we do have, there's some more of these. Either we did them the other day.
I did a set of 3 and it sold.
We have some smaller ones.
No, they were like,
are they gone?
Boop, boop. Yeah, I sold them as a set because they were all a matching set and I wanted to keep them together.
Here's the pint.
1989 is when it came down. I was right. That makes
39.
sense because I was born in 82, so I was like 7, which would have made me old enough to
I
watch
remember
it
it being a big deal, but it was vague on like I wasn't.
I was really into the news and
I
politics.
was young enough that I remember the event, but I don't remember. Like I remember them like pulling the wall down.
I remember when Bush ran against Dukakis. Okay, like I shouldn't tell you this because I don't want to get into. But I was a member of the Young Republicans in like a young
All
age.
I remember about the first Bush administration was Desert Storm.
Yeah, I don't know. I also remember that The Land Before Time came out and I bawled. That also happened about the same time.
So this has got the maker marks on this pint. There's 3 of them here. It's probably like the factory, what it's made out of, and who made it. But these are the Victorian era, 1800s. So Victorian goes from like 1830-ish to about 1900. It really started fading off about 1880.
Well, it's when,
but
isn't it when Victoria was in power?
Yeah, but the style kind of faded.
Oh yeah,
it lasted.
So somebody
for
said
quite a while.
that pin that had that amethyst on it was somebody must have gone and read the comments on the reel that's going viral. She's like, all the haters, cry me a river, poisoning their neighbors. I know, it's funny. Anyways, sorry, they said that was Celtic, that one that looked like a sword, and I agree.
Yeah.
It did look like a Celtic knot at top.
So this is just a little pewter creamer.
Oh, it's there that way.
It's a little worse for wear, but it is James Dixon and Sons, and then it's got a 27 and a 264 stamp on the bottom of it.
I love the ruffled edge.
This one is $38.95.
I'm gonna try to like hide my face when he's doing this. So it's funny because I'm
out of pewter.
What, are we out of pewter?
That's the 3
Well,
things.
why don't you get to bronze then?
Okay, this is not crazy old. I just loved it because I thought it was cool.
It's
bronze. It is older. Our friends from the country, it's like before the 2000s, I think. But it's just a little deer or fawn laying down sleeping. It's bronze.
Ginger Weeks says she doesn't even remember that election. I was really into politics.
$26.95 on this one.
I thought I was going to be the first president of the United States.
The first woman president.
The first woman president. Sorry, not the first president. The first woman.
She was also going to be a lawyer. Like, she could have done it.
I got
in her way, and we started having kids, and it all.
I had the pathway carved out, and I was going to do political science and then be an attorney, but politics is exhausting. So about 14, I gave up. Next up, we've got this really cool lock.
I got this at a boot fair. This is pretty cool. It's $49.95, but it's an old padlock. It does not have its key, but so it says secure to lever, and then this slides up for the key slot. These are actually pretty collectible. If I had the key, it would be over $100. But
my second love growing up was shopping. Like, once I found out that there was actually a job where you could be a professional shopper, I assumed I would just be shopping for like a retail store and buying their inventory, which technically I do. I buy all of our wholesale inventory and our clothes. I do that, but I also buy
you pick it out, and then if we repeat on it, you send that off to Caitlin.
No. I do all the reorders on the clothes in the wholesale shop. She buys the paint products. But anyways, I did grow up to be a professional shopper, so it really is a job. In case anybody's wondering, you can shop for a living.
All right.
Oh, this is cool. Did you forget this one?
Oh, I did forget this one.
It's the coolest one we have. It's a good deal because it's got a bite out of the bottom.
So the little one with no bite out of it, this one's $39. I don't even remember if I said that. This one got a little bite out of the pewter here, but it is a quart, and then it's got the little maker's marks all around the top here. But just really cool. Just the age on this one. Like, I don't dare clean it because I love the story it tells. It's so cool. The font on the stamping for the quart here. This one is 43. These quart size were going about 60, but it's got the chip, so we gave you the chip deal.
You know what I might do, and I have really considered. Well, I don't know if Zeb will probably join in me because he gets voluntold for everything. But I might, in my once I'm done raising children, I'd love to do some nonprofit and work on legislative change for like foster care and family placement and support of families that have children in foster care, just from our own experience. and also to help out foster families too. Like I've seen both sides of the spectrum with what we've gone through with like cousins. And so I am pretty passionate about that. And I have read the law, the handbooks. I read the handbooks, not just for foster parents, but also for caseworkers. And then I went as far as to find the videos on YouTube for training foster workers on family and kinship care, which kinship care is when you place foster kids with family instead of foster families. And I actually watched the training for the workers in the state. Like I dive down that rabbit hole. So you might see in my 50s something like that happening, because I am a little passionate about that. And I am pretty decent in a courtroom. I did compete in high school. Placed in state, in case anybody's wondering.
All right. We've got some French monogrammed with an M linens. We did not find, linen is so hard to find. We did find that linen sheet, which I have listed, but French linen that's monogrammed is like the gold standard. We bought this in Wallingford. Wallingford.
Jamie had, no S, it's Wallingford.
Wallingford. Jamie had actually missed it, I think. I don't know. I'm like, hey, did you see those linens upstairs? She's like, what linens? And she ran back upstairs. We're like almost ready to check out. And she grabbed these. We have 4 of them. I was in the middle of buying my Burberry vintage bags, which I did buy 2. Yes, I might sell one of them maybe, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to use both of them. I do have an excess of purpose. And probably watch out next week. I think I'm going to sell one of my Louis Vuittons, because I have 2 and I really like one, and I got a strap for it. So I'm like, there's no reason to have 2 of them. You know what Odelia goes? Odelia goes, I could use a Louis. And I'm like, girl, I was 42 years old before I ever bought myself a nice purse. And it was used. And I thrifted it. So you can buy your own purse. I love you. I'll buy your purses at the retail stores. All right. I'm trying to show you this M on the monogram. These are actually in really good shape. If I can get this tape off of here, I'll show you a different one. They're all in really good condition, not really like any big stains or anything like that. And the M, the font on that is really great. They're $29.95 each. We have 4. Yeah. Or had really cool. I don't know. And if your name has an M on it, but even if it doesn't, they're like, it's getting hard to find. Linens. So put them in your kitchen. You can put them like on like a centerpiece and to have the monogram on there. Like there's a lot of ways. You could use them like a table runner. Linens are like paper. They just don't hold up with the humid climate in Europe. So to find them is getting harder and harder. All right, next up, this is, I know you're shocked I'm selling pink and whites, but I don't need a ginger jar. I'm going to be probably purchasing some larger plates, I think. I've been looking on Marketplace to see which ones I want, because I didn't find as much pink and white. But anyways, this is Mason's Ironstone. It's a ginger jar. It's $49.95 and has the lid, a small chip in it, but in otherwise really good condition. This is the willow pattern. And I would call this red and white, but I have been chastised. This is pink and white. Everybody says pink, but it is totally red to me. I mean, it's not red. I guess it's not like orangey red like my sweater. Like the light detail looks pink. By the way, this was on clearance Free People for like $30. Speaking of professional shopping. I know. I don't know if they still have them. I had it in green and it was so comfortable, and it has flipping pockets, which is amazing, especially when you travel. And then I saw it with red and I was like, I gotta get that. So we had 2 of these, and I knew we had 2, but I listed the one when I found it, and we found the other one. I'd be surprised if it doesn't sell. They both made it home. It's like green transfer wear, not as old. It says it's Royal Staffordshire, Old Peck and Ironstone, J&G, Meakin, England. But then at the bottom of it, of the shield, it does say dishwasher safe. The dishwashers have been around for a minute. But that doesn't look like, it could be like 70s, 80s. But finding green transfer wear, it just was, the blue was all the craze, and finding the green stuff is pretty rare. We have this one. It's $48.95. All right, do you want to do share winners? Yeah, is it time? How many people are watching? We have 700 between Facebook and YouTube. So all right, you guys have been doing good. You've been sharing it out. Crowd. Sometimes we hit close to 1,000, but I feel like it's more as we get further into winter and people are home. And people do really love the Goodwill thrifting. They do. Because I feel like this is not, so when we go to Goodwill, it's like, okay, that's more attainable, where not everybody's going to go to England, which I totally get that. Like, I never in a million years when I was thinking about being a professional shopper did I think
I could go to England with my husband. It would be our job. We would film it and we would actually make enough money to warrant the trip. Like I'm not putting I'm not paying off my house with what we buy from England, but we do, people argue with us, but we do make, Zeb does the taxes. We do usually double what we spend in England, like overall, like for the entire trip, we double our money. And it gives us something fun to do, like before the Christmas, like rush. So it's like a really good, like place filler. I don't know. And the stuff to me is, it's my style. Like honestly, I know not everybody loves the antiques and the blues and the whites, but for me personally, this is all things you would see if you walked around my house.
It's a really good, like it's a lot of work, but it's a really good reset, at least for me, because by the time we get to like October-ish, we have gone to the same thrift stores about 100 times each.
Yeah. And it also makes our shop, like when people say, where do you get your stuff from? I feel like it gives you credit as an antique and vintage store when my employees can say everything in the shop with an E on the tag has been sourced by the owners of our shop in England and occasionally France. Like they go to Europe every year and they source these things. And I think people appreciate that because they're not going there. And so they want people that can, you're like the personal shopper. So
and we are starting to get people that come in locally that are like, I'm looking for this. Do you have it? And we're like, no, but maybe we'll keep an eye out. Like we had a guy come in and he wanted antique fishing lures. I did not find any, but I found some antique fishing stuff.
Yeah. We did go to France in 2019. And that kind of gave us the bug, I feel like. Then COVID happened. And as soon as England opened up in 2021, I bought tickets. I was like, we're going.
We went twice in
and we'd heard that the thrifting was good. So that's how we knew. Do you remember how much these were? Because these are missing. These are like cast, very heavy.
Yeah, they are very heavy. I think those are 36.
Okay. I don't know.
Those are old too.
Yeah, these are, and look at the shape on the bottom of them. That's the thing that I love. Like, you know how when you normally find these at the thrift store here, they have like the round bottoms, but this is a rectangle bottom. They're cast and brass. They're very heavy, such pretty candlesticks, very elegant looking. And I'm not sure. Oh, Facebook share winners. I got distracted. I'm not sure how much these are. Okay. Caitlin dropped them, but I don't see the price on them. Victorian.
I think they're 36.
Are you sure?
They might. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I don't know. I thought they were 49.
Maybe.
It could be 60.
I got a lot of little tags that are starting to accumulate over here.
Candle. Whole place.
They're also handmade because they are not.
$36.95.
They are not uniform. I thought you were going to high five me. I'm like, yay. Jamie's not a good high fiver. She doesn't like doing it. Sometimes when we're in the car and she does something awesome, or because I'm like driving everywhere.
I wasn't
and
raised...
she'll tell me things. She like runs me things and I'll put my hand up for like a high five and I'll get this. Here, do it. That's what I'll get.
Because like he wants a high five, but my hand, like having to turn my whole hand and do this in the car is awkward. So
that's why you high five with the hand across, you know?
And then I probably hit myself. I was not raised with brothers and it shows. I wasn't even raised with siblings because there's such a big gap. Like one of my sister's kids were like, how was my mom as a teenager? I'm like, I don't know. I was 2. Like when your mom was 17, I was 2. I have no idea. She was pretty nice to me.
She was out of the house and married by the time you were like starting kindergarten.
All right, let's go.
All right, did you do share winners yet?
Yes, I'm going.
Names. Read those
but
names.
I saw a comment and I got distracted. Okay, here we go. We got 4 winners. One of you guys has a really great last name and I practiced saying it. So we have Kimberly K, not to be confused with, Ray. It's Kimberly K, K-A-Y, Susan Maloney, Carol Ann Rimatello, Eglindahl. I did so good when I practiced. Eglindahl? Yeah. Eglindahl is how I decided it's pronounced. If it's you, I'm sure you know because your name has a lot of syllables.
I feel like that comes from the northern region.
Eglindahl. Anyways, and Ginger Boswell Weeks. So if that is you, any of those 4 people, please email info@jamierayvintage.com with your mailing address. Please don't put it in comments because, privacy and safety. Please don't DM us because that's not where Caitlin goes to look for it. And sometimes because like when we post in stories and people comment, it goes in DMs. So sometimes DMs get buried and I never see them. So info@jamierayvintage.com. Send us your mailing address and we'll send you Happy Mail. And I'm glad that we picked 4 because I was actually putting something on the Happy Mail shelf because somebody had sent us some stockings from one of our retailers that we carry anyways. And the shelf is overflowing. So
we got to get some stuff out.
We got to mail some stuff. So please email us. Anyways, congratulations to the winners. Let's go on the next items.
I'm not really sure what this is. If you know exactly what it is, I saw some things that looked like they were candle holders, some that had a second half. This does not look like any of those, and it's got this hook on the top. It's got these 4 little feet. These are a little bent out. I don't know if they're supposed to be like that. It doesn't stand up super well with them bent like that, but I'm afraid to bend them back because I don't want to snap them off.
Well, it did sell, so somebody else loved it, whatever it is.
I think if you did like a little wood piece back here, and then maybe like you can use it for a tray for jewelry, hang a little bracelet or something off of there. I've been peeling stickers apparently, just absent-mindedly. I don't remember how much this is.
That was $16.95.
Okay,
and I think the brass frame was $39.
The brass frame from Italy, it even says made in Italy, is probably like, I want to say, without getting like any
early 1900s, like 1920.
Yeah, 20s, probably 30s. It looks like it could have been cast in a factory, not hand done. So then really in the 30s, they were really starting to get going with industrial.
All of a sudden, it hit me that I was up till like 1 a.m. with my sister talking in bed. My brother-in-law works nights, and so he worked nights last night, and so I just slept in my sister's bed. And I think Karen and I were up till almost 1 a.m. And then I woke up at 5 a.m. because her bed's too firm, and I'm like Princess in the Pea, and I went out to the couch, and then I never went back to sleep. I took a short cat nap today, but I'm like, I am too old to party all night and then get up early to get on the plane. I can say that Breeze, I've never flown them before, and I'm not saying we usually fly Delta, so we're used to like a pretty good, I don't want to say higher end, but like nice airline, because Delta is really good.
They got first class that you can like lay down and go to sleep in on the Delta planes.
Breeze, I was pleasantly surprised by them. Like for a little extra, we got to bring on our suitcase, pick our seat. I think our round trip flight to Sky Harbor was like $200. And they were really nice to my mom. Like
especially since you had like a week's notice to book the flight.
Yeah, like it would have been $700 and something to book through Delta, and it was $200 work through Breeze. And they were really nice, and they gave you free, like the cheap airlines usually don't give you anything, but it was like free water, coffee, and tea. So I got a drink of water for free, which is nice. I mean, the flight is literally.
It's like an hour and 15.
If you get rid of the takeoff and the descent, it's like 40 minutes in the air max. So you don't really need anything. But it was nice for them to give me a drink of water. Yeah. And all of their agents were really nice too. Now, if you had a problem, they don't talk to you on the phone. It's all email and crap. So if your flight got canceled, I think they'd probably be a nightmare to deal with, just like Allegiant. But if things go as planned, they're a very nice airline. Just,
Okay, right. We've got this fun dish. It's Royal Dalton Belmont. I think it may have had a lid. I actually didn't see any pictures with it having a lid. It's just a little server. This one, it's got the flow blue on there, and then it's like a brown color or dark gray on there around the rim there, and the base. It's $26.95. All
right, next up we've got this jug. Somebody had it up on there. Got felt on the bottom, and it's stamped. I don't know what that says. Number 5 something.
So it's Dalton something usually, but it says it's stamped number 5. This is actually a liter, so I don't know what the 5 is.
It's $49.95. We had some bigger ones, but I think they did sell.
We have some big ones that have a W stamped up here on the top. There's 2 of them. They might be sold, but those ones are about $100.
All right, next up we've got teacups, and they're mixed and matched, so watch out for that. But I took a picture of the bottom and I numbered them 1 through 7. 1 is a picture of 2 because there's 2 that are the same setup. Some of them are slightly different, and they're blue and white. This is like Old England Tudorware. This is Avon Scenes Paisley, and they're $19.95 for the cup and saucer. And then I did have like an extra saucer that I have listed in there, so pay attention to what the variants are so you can find those. I'm always happy. Like, I remember when we first started bringing home stuff from England, I couldn't get a teacup home without breaking to save my life. So this is skill and years of packing.
I've been through and a lot of bubble wrap. We had
a lot of bubble wrap. Thank you, Amazon.
I went through the last 3 boxes. We haven't had any breaks in the last 3 boxes.
That's
Like nothing.
knock on wood. And we don't have packing peanuts. So our boxes are very heavy and very full with no packing peanuts. So it does make things a little complicated.
Show them your lids.
Oh, I bought lids. They were a couple pounds each. And I just thought they were so pretty.
They're as pretty as the plates.
And if you're going to hang it on a wall, like this is something unique. They're $21.95. That one has like a light chip in it, but it's like kind of, this one's flow bluey. This one's a little sharper, and they're $21.95. So I thought they were pretty. No, like, I don't know. Do people put lids on their wall? It was worth a try, and I couldn't leave them there. I like the home for misfit dishes. Okay, next up, we've got, you want to show them those tiles. They're $22.95 each. They're not super old. I would say they're like vintage, but they're Delft and just really pretty. We have some antique ones that I paid a lot for that are going into the cottage. Should we ever get that finished?
Can you imagine going into a store back in the day and being like, I want some of these hand-painted tiles?
Yeah, they didn't have that here in the US. I mean, unless it was a high-end store. But these came from like a hardware store in England in like the 70s or 80s, which is crazy to me. Like, bespoke is a real thing there. Okay, next up, we've got this Italian, a lot of Italian stuff today. Little trinket dish. Let me see if you can cover my face so that way. Here, cover your face so it zooms in.
They're just down the road on the Mediterranean.
Yeah. It's got like a grandfather clock in there, and it's just really cute. And this one is $24.95. It says made in Italy. And then this is like a Lord something or other picture style, but it's not stamped. So we
don't know if it's like 100%. That's because
it
back
would be
in the
stamped.
day they stamped some things, but they didn't always stamp
This one's
everything
$39.
if they felt like it wasn't like a high-end item. It didn't always get stamped.
Robin says, my ladle made it fine, great packaging. Those ladles I shipped, when I shipped them home, I had them bubble wrapped inside of each other and then inside of a tin, I think like this. So that's why you'll see us buy a lot of tins, a lot of baskets, a lot of like the doctor's bag, because we use them to put stuff in to get it home. We discovered early on that it was worth making sure.
Let me know when this doesn't have glare.
Oh, it's good there.
Can they see it?
Yeah.
So this is small, but it's actually a plate out of a book. When you see something that says plate 2, and this has like a little bit of age and water damage, it's not a print per se. Plates are different than prints. It's basically gone through like a printing process, but they hand engrave all of this stuff onto the thing that's going to put it on here. And I don't know if all of them are like this, but a lot of them, they come back through and someone will watercolor this or do like some ink work on the actual animals and things when you're looking in old books.
I'm not sure that Zeb and I can ever go junking in Italy because I'd have to buy bigger pants when I got home.
No, I love Italian food so much.
Pasta.
We hunt it down when we're in England because you're pretty close. There's
they have good Italian food.
There's really good Italian in England.
Pasta, pizza, like come on. It's like all my favorite food groups in one, mostly carbs. So I don't know. I just would eat all the time.
Oh, sorry, I peeled this off so I could show you. That was $29.95 on the duck.
This one is also $29.95. I wish we could find more tins, but they actually do sell for quite a bit in England. This one had a lock and key. We don't have the key now, but it's got
like a colonial style tin.
Probably from like the 50s or 60s. It's not, or it could be older. I don't know. You just never know because they made stuff similarly for so long that it's hard to tell. And things do age there because there's a lot of water and it's an island. All right, next up, we've got this trinket plate. It does have some chips on it. So we sold it as is. It's Old Foley, James Kent Limited, Staffordshire, England. But the mint blue with the floral is really pretty.
You don't see that color combo.
Yeah, it always sells. This color always sells well for us.
All right, we got another little ginger jar. This one does not have a lid, but it's a really great floral pattern and color.
Leslie says we should go to Italy for our anniversary.
Oh, I would be a total tourist because I am really big into Roman history, and I could go for a long walk in Rome.
I also love the church history in Italy. Like that would be like fascinating to me.
Maybe go visit the Vatican.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the Pope would see me.
I don't think they let you in.
The king didn't see me in England either. Apparently, I'm not a big deal there.
This is Sadler. It's stamped England on the bottom.
This one's really pretty.
$27.95 on it. With the lid, it would have probably been closer to that red transfer.
I know, but the thing for me is like, for me, it's more useful without a lid because I would use it as a flower arrangement. With a lid, it would just sit there with nothing.
This is perfect. You go cut some of those, what are those ones we had so many of? I can't eat zinnias. You cut some zinnias close and just stuff them in there as much as you can get. That'd be amazing.
And no way I'm not shopping in Italy. Like, I'm sure I would find a bunch of stuff and it would turn into a work trip. And if there's direct flights, I'm more likely. I'm really apprehensive about going to Sweden because I'm not interested in going somewhere without a direct flight.
So this one here is a print. Difference between the print and the engraving or the plate. You can kind of see it. This is a little faded. It has a copyright, 1981. That's the year I was born.
That's a good year.
That means it is getting older. It's 44 years old now.
Yeah, I think Jan bought that one actually. You want to show them this little flow blue platter? This might be the bottom to a gravy boat, but I don't know. It's really old.
It's tiny, but it's flow blue and old.
And instead of being like $200 if it was huge, because Flow Blue sells well.
It's got an impression on where they were making it, but also the Flow Blue stamp on the back.
How much is that one?
69,
so
I think.
That's also the maker of it. I can't remember. It's like Delft something or other.
And so the reason you see this priced at like 69 is because this is like early to mid 1800s.
Yeah, and harder to find. Oh, it's Minton. That's what it is. So like certain things are just more, you're like, that's why it takes us so long to list everything.
Look, these fit perfect together. I mean, this has got a little bit different coloration, but the size is good.
That would be fun to mix those two. All right. Next up, speaking of things without lids, $36.95 for this kind of cobalty tealish enamel teapot. Obviously, it's not going to work for that, but you could totally put flowers in it.
So a lot of these are designed for a cork stopper. Some of these are the glass break, where they break them off of the what's that called? What they blow the glass with. So
breakaway glass.
Yeah, it's the breakaway glass, just like the little ink wells that we find. So if they're jagged on the top, that's the way they were made. Just so you guys know. If I was keeping these, I would go get a bunch of fun corks to put them down in here. You can buy a ton of corks, random sizes off of Amazon. But let's go through the glasses the bottles real quick. This is E. Manwaring and Peckham. I just love the shape on this bottle.
We are slowly working our way through bottles, but I bet you didn't list any of my cigarette cards this week, did you?
I did not. But I've been listing bottles every day. We have probably 50 pounds of marbles over there.
Stay tuned for marbles next week and cigarette cards. I promise to get more of those listed next week because I've got to start working through that collection because Zeb's been I have done some of your bottles, but Zeb's been working through his bottles because he bought most of them. I bought some.
So a lot of these bottles, I mean, some of them would have contained alcoholic drinks, but a lot of them were like medicine. I would say most of them actually, because they're smaller in size. Like this would have been like an oil bottle. This one probably similar on that. This one's $24.95. The darker greens, you're getting more into the 1800s. Look at the green on this and this French canning jar. It's just how they were making glass, and clear was hard to get. It was hard to do clear.
And then there's that really dark green one there that's pretty good.
Yeah, this one's $24.95. This one was $28. This one I think is
26.
$29 or $26.
And this one is Henry Guest Pimlico, and it's $19.95. I'm gonna help Zeb get through these here because he's like excited about these.
These are like books.
Yeah,
I love
$19.95. This one doesn't have any markings, but it's got thick bottom, seated glass, irregularities because it's old.
I love the thought of an apothecary. I don't know why. I'm real into drying things out.
I thought you were saying I'm real into drugs.
And I like collecting and gathering seeds.
This is Scrace, SCRASE, and it's iridescent. So it's clear, but
also
it's Horsham. And the bottom is so thick and it goes up.
Scrace might have been what it was, but I think Horsham might have been what it was. I don't know what either of those things are.
This is light blue, but it's ribbed and it's got a shoulder here, and this one's 24.
So that one's probably getting closer to like the early 1900s.
Yeah. All right, next up, Zeb did not take a top-on picture of this, so I'm going to show it close.
It's in there somewhere in my camera. It just didn't make it to the website.
It's a crystal dish with a brass lid, and then it's got the rose inlay with the pink flowers. So a very delicate little dish. This one's $32.95. And we've got this trinket dish. This one, it's from Scotland, and I didn't break it, so don't freak out. And it was $19.95.
Balfour bone china.
Balfour China, Scotland. We don't find
China?
No, it just says Balfour China. We don't find a lot of stuff from Scotland, so we always try to pick that up. And yes, someday we'll get up there. I know stuff is cheaper, but people are more spread out, and it's colder. The further north you go, the colder it gets. And anybody that knows me, not that interested in being cold. So maybe if we make it in the summer.
There's like 68 to 69 million people in the UK, which is like Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, and then all of their islands, I think. But most of those people live in the UK.
I'm dividing up the last 6 items.
Or live in England, portion of it. That's what I meant.
They said, Jackie says, I love watching the mudlarks. We probably should like sign up to go mud. You can like mudlark the tames. Like you have to pay to go along with guides because they have like permits and stuff, and you can go mudlark. So we could do that. That would be fun.
I would actually love that so much. Like get me some.
I'll bring my rubber
waders
boots
and let's go.
They
probably have if you pay to get a guide, they probably have waders that you wear. Like
you do these 3, I'll do these 3.
Okay, I'm gonna come up close. We did
right.
not.
Then do 4 if you're coming up close.
Last year we found a bunch of tea strainers. This one is $24.95. It's not crazy old. It's stainless. It is stamped made in England. But the loose leaf tea strainers were hard to find this time around. Last time I think we found like 5 or 6. I think we only have 1 or 2 this time.
So a lot of these medicine bottles and things like that do come from like Victorian dump sites.
Yep.
Like people go out there and they find like a bunch of bottles and they save all the good ones.
That's why you see this one. It's got like dirt and stuff in there. Good luck getting that out. It's like it's been sitting in there 100 years like that.
A lot of the crocks that we recover and buy that you see, or the pot lids that we buy with the advertising, those are all from Victorian dump sites.
This is a little creamer, silver plate. It is engraved. You can see all the engraving. This one's $19.95. This is getting a little newer. EPNS with hardened metal fittings. It's Sheffield silver plate.
That's really detailed.
This is like a christening mug or cup, and it would have been engraved with the child's name on it. It's RTR. Look how fancy that engraving is.
I still have my silver cup from when I was born from my grandma Taylor.
This one's stamped silver plated, made in England.
So
that
somebody
one
said
is 26, I believe.
They asked if we had ever dehydrated or freeze dried like vegetables and crushed them into powder.
Yep.
We've done chili powders.
We also have powdered eggs, some powdered milk that I've done.
But milk, eggs, and chili, like
we do chili
spicy
a lot.
chilies, because you can use those, and a lot of the like herbs and stuff. But the chilies we freeze dried a lot of them too.
So like the onions and chives and stuff like that, I do those in the dehydrator.
I feel like we've done chilies where we just let them dry out on their own.
So we have one napkin ring. It's silver plated. It's PEORS, I believe is what it says. But look, that's also like hand carved engraving.
I have a beautiful Victorian napkin ring. Mine's sterling. And I've got that up on my silver. All right, next up, we've got 2 Peter Rabbit mugs, and we do have more Peter Rabbit coming, so stay tuned for that. It's probably just in another box. This one's $16.95. It says ABC on it. It's Wedgwood. And then this one is $21.95, and it's got the little Peter Rabbit. And then there's a little Peter Rabbit in the mug, and it's also Wedgwood. So I actually thought we wouldn't be live for very long because we had not as much stuff.
It's so many little things, we got to bring them close. Like it's one thing to go look at them on the website, but you guys that are shopping while we're live, like you get a good feel for like when you look at this on the website, unless you go to the final picture that has the big ruler, and even then, like Jamie struggles with measurements, like how big things actually are. But you can see here,
do the forearm test. We haven't done that in forever.
Well, we haven't.
We have not busted out the size of Zeb's forearm for measuring.
You can see here, this is like a big scuttle. As you know, you're hauling a bunch of coal, probably was used in a larger home that had several fireplaces or stoves for the kitchen that were burning coal back in the day. But you don't get that size if you're not watching the video. You just see it on the website and you're like, okay, I can kind of see how big that is, or the detail on it.
But we did not make it to our croc guy this time. He was busy doing a ton of markets.
Yes.
And we actually they sell for us, but we have not, like the first few years, they sold like crazy. The last few years, they've taken longer to sell, and we still have some crocs. So I was like,
well, the last couple of times we spent over 1,000 pounds just with him.
Yeah. And the only thing that I really, really wanted was Welsh canning jars. And I didn't get those, but we will make sure that next time, and it's possible that Deb and I could like go in the spring and like instead of the fall next year. We've been contemplating that just because
our kids are getting older, but we got to wait until wrestling season's over and cheer competition's over.
No, but I'm just saying like we might do a spring Europe trip because instead of fall.
I actually think that would be better.
So busy with our kids in the fall, it's nuts. And sometimes
we actually started going in the spring, and then we went again in October that same like a 2021 year, and then we started going in.
And October. Jack plays rec baseball, but spring really is a slower time, so we might start doing. So I'm just saying, like we will meet up with our Rusty guy because we. Yeah. Love him. We just didn't get to it this year. So, all right, guys, if you want to shop along, visit JamieRayVintage.com under English and French finds, and also on Thrift Finds and Thrift Flips. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY and
thrifting. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, you guys.
The next episode, I'm feeling Goodwill on Monday.
Yeah, Goodwill.
So we got to they've got to have all new stuff. It's been a long time since we've been.